Like when we talk about like fandoms and stuff like that, like across all a lot of stuff like K-pop and
Mm.
anime and all that, you have fandoms that are really toxic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to generalize it too much because okay, it's just like the most vocal minority,
Hmm.
but it's the ones that are getting the most attention, right? So it feels like the whole fandom gets like a bad reputation because of these few people who are just toxic as hell.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like any experiences with some fandoms or some fandoms that you've experienced that's been like really bad or
I don't know if there's like an overall fandom that has been like particularly for one ship that sticks out as being very bad. We did kind of talk about Brightwind fans a little bit earlier. I do think they're
Mm,
one of the ones that can be a bit off-putting at times
mm,
with just how vocal they are about certain situations. And they are one of those, there are a lot of people in there who are kind of like, my ship is the best, every other ship is nothing.
mm,
And, there's people like that in every fandom, especially with the big ships that are kind of at the forefront of the industry. And maybe it's just because I follow a lot more people who are involved with Brightwin on social media, so I see it a lot more. But I feel like every time I log on to Twitter or something like that, there's always some kind of drama going on there. And I'm just
mm.
like, I'm kind of glad I'm not super involved in that fandom because I'm too old to be involved in fandom drama. Like
Yeah.
I'm in my late 20s. Like I just want to like my ships that I like my shows that I like, and not be fighting people over Twitter and stuff like that. Like, I just don't have the energy for that anymore. So when I see stuff like that, it just like turns me off completely.
Yeah. You can easily like stop liking actors because of how the fandom is acting.
Yeah, I
And
do.
that's really sad.
It's like your first impression a lot of the times. Like, if you see a snippet of something that you like or watch a show and you want to learn more about the people involved in it, a lot of the times fandom is your first door to doing that. And if the fandom leaves a bad impression right out of the bat, obviously that's going to impact the way you view the ship and view how you want to be involved if you want to be involved with it.
Mm.
Do you guys have any particular experiences with a fandom or ship fans that turned you off?
Like I hear about stuff all the time, especially like on our Discord server. We have like a gossip channel, so um, you kind of get the gist of it. But I've learned to stay out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm on Army Stan Twitter, and I learned from that to just stay out of drama. So whenever I see drama on my TL, I just block people just to
Like,
keep it up.
I'm
Yes.
not getting involved.
Yeah. So usually my TL on Twitter is pretty just nice and just not much drama at all, luckily, because I'm too old to get involved with that too.
Yeah. I do think like being involved with fandom for a long time takes plays a part in it too. I'm also involved in the K-pop fandom, and before that, I was very active on different fandoms for different shows throughout the years. So like I had my point in time where I was gonna go on Twitter and be like a keyboard warrior to fight for
Mm,
the shows that I loved and the pairings that I loved. But I'm very much past that point in my standing life now that I just don't have the energy. And
mhm,
so, I know a lot of fans of BL are young. A lot of them are teenagers
mhm,
or in their early 20s. And, I had that experience in fandom too where I wanted to fight for the things that I loved. And so I think that kind of makes a difference. Just, being involved for a long time and going through the cycles of fandom over and over again. By the time I got into BL, I was just like, I'm just going to have fun here. Like, I'm not going to
mhm,
let other things ruin my experience of the things that I like. And if that means not getting involved with certain fandoms or ships, then that's what I'm going to do to enjoy my time here.
mhm. That said, I'm following some like fandom accounts for Bound Prem, and that's like the broccolis they call themselves.
Yeah.
That's been pretty, yeah, not a lot of drama happening there. But then again, Bound and Prem are pretty undramatic people, so
Yeah.
that's been okay. But yeah, I can't say like I've been in like a fandom war on Twitter, so I don't really have any personal experience with it.
I think we just stay away from the drama and live a simple life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to go about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I mean, we have the Discord server, so we
Yeah.
don't really need to go on Twitter to get information and stuff like that. So we don't need to follow a lot of people. We just have the BL cafe to get all our information.
Gives us the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Undramatic.